Today on Engine to Engine, we're putting two of the most iconic retro wagons of the 2000s head to head. One was a cultural phenomenon that burned bright and faded fast. The other tried to do the same trick with a little more refinement. It's the Chrysler PT Cruiser versus the Chevy HHR. Let's go, engine to engine. We're going to do a side-by-side comparison, and then we'll move into some pros and cons. First up is the PT Cruiser with a 2.4-liter i4 engine. It's an inline-4 engine that can make anywhere from 150 to 230, probably depending on turbocharger specs, with a 5-speed manual transmission or a 4-speed automatic. For the Chevy HHR, you have a 2.2-liter engine or a 2.4-liter engine that can make 143 horsepower or 172 horsepower, respectively. You had a 5-speed manual transmission or a 4-speed automatic. Acceleration for the PT Cruiser, you had a turbo option, so it can make it a little bit more fun, but otherwise it was a little sluggish. And for the Chevy, it was overall thought as lethargic with tall gears. Handling for the PT Cruiser, secure but wide turning circle. Chevy HHR, secure but not agile. The PT Cruiser MGP is 19 to 23. The Chevy HHR is 24 to 26 mpg. Interior space for the PT Cruiser was up to 76 cubic feet, while the Chevy only had 57.7. Interior quality for the PT Cruiser, noisy, stiff ride for the Chevy HHR, unimpressive materials. Safety for the PT Cruiser, mixed, some years poor. Interesting. Safety for the Chevy HHR, decent frontal protection, weaker rear protection. You don't want to get rear-ended. Reliability for the PT Cruiser, electrical issues and overheating and recalls. For the Chevy HHR, you have electrical issues, timing chain, and steering shutdowns. Reliability score for the PT Cruiser is overall poor, while the Chevy HHR is repairable. Pros for the PT Cruiser: large interior space with that 76 cubic feet cargo room, very lovely. Retro styling that defined the early 2000s, instantly recognizable and ugly if you ask some people. With that turbocharger model, getting up to 215 to 230 horsepower, offered genuinely fun acceleration. With a very cheap aftermarket, you can get them around about $5,000, depending on where you look. Pros for the Chevy HHR: better reliability, repairable, with a decent fuel economy, around 24 to 26 miles per gallon. Retro design with more refinement than the PT Cruiser. Still pretty much similar, still ugly in my opinion, but heck. Flexible cargo area with a flat load floor and folding seats. Affordable used prices, typically around $3,000 to $10,000 depending on where you look. Cons for the PT Cruiser: reliability overall low, with 25 recalls across its run. Electrical issues and overheating are common, especially in later years. Weak base engine and poor fuel economy for its size. Ride is stiff, noisy, and wide turning circles hurts maneuverability. Cons for the Chevy HHR: lethargic performance, especially with the automatic transmission. Visibility issues due to thick pillars and small windows. That's not what you want in a car. Interior quality feels cheap even compared to the other compacts. Common issues include electrical failures, power steering shutdowns, and occasional transmission problems. Which retro wagon? If you want reliability and practicability, perhaps the Chevy HHR. It's more dependable, more fuel efficient, and has fewer serious long-term issues. If you want more personality and cargo space, who doesn't want more cargo space? Then the PT Cruiser wins. More character, more internal space, but you'll need to pick a model that's not in those later years. If you're just looking for raw performance, then it's the PT Cruiser GT Turbo. Has more punch with that turbocharger on it. If you want a safer, long-term investment, then it's probably the Chevy HHR. Two retro wagons, two very different ownership experiences. The PT Cruiser brought the style, the HHR brought the stability, but only you can decide which one deserves a spot in your garage. This has been Engine to Engine here on the MTN YouTube channel.